obstacles that we did overcome, no matter how painful it may still feel. We overcame them because we're still here, and that's something to be joyful about and happy about. But if I was being honest, my name wouldn't be happy. My name would be pain. My name would be anguish, indifference, anger. So if I'm being honest, I would name myself anything other than
happy. The purpose of this film is to create awareness, a positive awareness movement.
Do you believe it's possible to be happy and not know what happiness is?
Happiness is feeling strong, like you've got so much power, and just loving life. You love everything around you. You just love it and you don't want it to end. Hello, my name is Happy, and I want to share with you what I believe happiness is and how to share happiness with others. I believe happiness is feeling complete and feeling like everything in your life is going well. That everything's going great and just loving life, loving everything you do and you don't want to ever leave. I find people are typically unhappy because there's something in their life that is just wrong. Like it's just not there and there's some empty space in their heart. Or maybe they're angry, they're confused, they're traumatized, they just don't know what's happening and they don't feel what society wants them to be. People are typically unhappy because there's something that they can't control, or there's something that just wasn't meant to happen, like you failed a test even though you practiced, you read your books even though you failed, you don't remember something even though you're meant to. Most people choose happiness because it is the normal in society and that everyone in society is meant to be happy. But like, no one really knows what happiness is. They're just told that they should and that happiness is normal and that everyone should be happy because that's how society wants them to be. I believe my family makes me happy because without them I would not be alive. I would have just given up, I would have gone crazy, and I would have just left the earth. So my family is the only one who keeps me alive, who loves me, and is the reason why I'm happy. If I was truthful though, I would say that my name is actually confused because I'm confused about life, I'm confused about people. I don't know what's going to happen next year or the year after that. You don't know if you're going to be here next year or what's going to happen. Are you going to pass? Are you going to do something extraordinary in like the next minute, or are you going to mess everything up totally? And everything is just not put to plan. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who you're going to meet the next day, and you just don't know how to feel about anything. But maybe I would be happy, but happiness isn't always what you think it's going to be.
Are you happy? We should all be happy.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us and for watching. If you have any questions on the panel, we have Keisha and Jaden and myself. I'm Cece Rivera. Thank you so much for participating in our movement, and thank you for being a part of our cast. And we are super grateful that you're able to be here today. And I apologize for the inconvenience from the beginning of the film with the echo and the volume issue. And we're taking questions if you guys would like to ask us any questions. If you are speaking, I don't know if I can hear you. I can't hear anyone. If anyone is trying to speak, maybe go ahead and put something in the chat box. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. I see a message from Deborah. Okay. The movement of the film is basically focused on mental health, suicide prevention, and overdose prevention, and creating a movement for people to understand what happiness is. Hopefully you can hear me. Keisha, you're still muted, Keisha. You have to unmute yourself. If everyone, okay. Yeah, okay. Hi, Keisha. I can hear you now. Okay. I think if everyone is muted, that's probably why we can't hear you as well. We should be able to hear you. We cannot see you. You can only see us because we're on the panel, but we should be able to hear you. You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you. So I guess she heard me, so that's good. Okay, awesome. Anyone else have any questions? I would love to hear from you. I'm sure Keisha and Jaden would too. They would love to answer any questions that you may have. They are part of the cast. Let's see if there's any other questions. Okay, how did you find your pool of interviewees? Okay, well, I actually posted it on Backstage, and some of the people are actually people that I've come across. For example, Keisha, she's someone that I met on vacation, and she's on the same journey. So we just happen to be very interested in, I guess, collaborating in that sense. And maybe Keisha can share her side. Go ahead, Keisha.
Okay, I met Cece, the kids and I, on a vacation a couple years ago. And she just had just a great energy about her. And before we ended the cruise that was supposed to be headed to Cuba that didn't get there, we ended up forming a friendship. And I went through a spiritual awakening last year. Didn't really tell anybody about it. And scariest thing, but most beautiful thing. And then in the midst of this, Cece sends me a text talking about happiness. And during that time, I realized I lived for 39 years never being happy. Everything that I thought, the fact that I made good money, the fact that I was successful, the fact that we lived in a nice area, my kids got to do things. None of that to me was fulfilling. So on the way back, I think we were in Florida. Cece had a book that she had wrote, and it was talking about finding your life's purpose. And I read like a couple of pages in that book over a 30-minute span, and it changed my life. When I got back to the States, I was on this quest to find my purpose. And I don't know, it was just the weirdest thing because I literally don't think that I can remember everything. I just know that since 2019, I know now that I have been on a spiritual awakening that whole time. My awakening didn't come until last year. When I say it was pure, it was the most confusing time, I'll say. But it helped me understand that happiness isn't attached to a person, a place, or a thing. Happiness to me is finding your identity in Christ and truly learning the love of God. I also had a brain injury during that time, so things were just very confusing, second guessing myself. I was terrified, paranoid, and had no idea I was protected the whole time. But yeah, that's how it unfolded for me. I don't know if I stayed on topic or not. ADHD kind of kicked in.
Thank you, Keisha. Jaden, do you want to say anything in regards to how you got involved in the project?
Well, summer of 2020, we went to go visit some This was well after we met Cece and Keanu. We went to California to go visit some family, and I was in a really dark place at the time, and I don't know how or why, but I think being a young person in today's day and age, there's so many influences and there's so many things that try to pull on our mind, and we end up comparing ourselves, and we end up, having low self-esteem, or just, like she said, questioning ourselves, and then we take that into being an adult, which doesn't help anything or anyone. But after we got back from California, I started my journey with God, and it really helped me find who I was. CC texted me and asked me to be a part of something that was much bigger than myself. So I have a lot of friends who have dealt with suicide. I have people who I know have committed suicide, and any way I can help to let anyone know that they are highly valued and highly loved. And it may not feel like that all the time. It hardly feels like that all the time, but it's the truth.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And Beverly, to answer your question, what show will come next? We actually are working on a part 2 of Happiness. So that is next. It's already in the making. And we have a variety of things that are going on. For example, a podcast that's called Life and Death Paradox. And you can find that on Spotify. Also, we're on all social media platforms. We can be found through About Me Healing, spelled with a B. So there's no A, it's BOUTME Healing. And the other thing that we are working on is a film that is focused on depression, mental health, and suicide stories that are true stories about people that have endured these traumatic situations and they overcame it. So that's in the works as well. We're really grateful to be able to start a movement to bring people together and let people know that we are here for them, and that together we can come together and help people create a change so that they can feel better about themselves and learn to love themselves. And that's basically what the movement is, explaining that happiness is something that we already have internally, but not only just internally, but also that it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to go through different things in your life and still feel good at the end of the day, embracing exactly what that that feeling is that the person is going through. Let's see what Deborah said. Okay, my favorite part of the film was the interviews and the variety of ages and backgrounds and people participating. Each person had something valuable to say. Thanks to all of you for your hard work. Thank you so much. It means so much to us. It really does. Thank you. Any other questions? I know we kind of lost half of the panel there. It seems like some people might have disconnected by mistake, or they didn't know that we had a Q&A afterwards. I'm very happy that we had a really good crowd, and we're really grateful for everyone's attendance. And I guess if any, I'll wait and see if anybody has any other questions for a minute, and then we'll call it a day. So strange how we can't really hear anyone, right? Oh well. Okay, so this has been great. I know some of you didn't really get to hear all of it. I don't know if I can try to post it to be able to like replay it. I will try to do that. And but of course, if you have any questions or anything, you guys can all email me at cicerivera@dr.com. And that is CICERIVERA@dr.com. Okay. And if you have any questions for the cast members, please feel free to ask. Ask anything. We're here to give you our time, so please feel free to ask any other questions that you may have at this time before we close out. Okay. Do you guys have any last words? Keisha, Jaden?
I loved it. It was really fun to do. That's pretty much it. It was really fun, really insightful to be part of something like this.
Yes, I think it was absolutely beautiful. But I really hope and pray that one day, when and if there's someone that's feeling down or feeling like they just can't find their happiness, I pray that this falls into their hands, because, you know, oftentimes we'll share stories or we'll give insight, and, you know, people, you don't have enough time to give the entire backstory. We all come from something, basically. And I just hope this lands into the hands of someone that it can help. Because dealing with 2020 alone sent me, you know, and then you got 2021, and we live in Texas. So we just survived the snow apocalypse of 2021. So yeah. I just hope it falls into the hands of the right person. So it can really help somebody.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
And that everyone in society is meant to be happy. But, like, no one really knows what happiness is. They're just told that they should, and that happiness is normal, and that everyone should be happy because that's how society wants them to be. I believe my family makes me happy, because without them, I would not be alive. I would have just given up, I would have gone crazy, and I would have just left the earth. So my family is the only one who keeps me alive, who loves me, and is the reason why I'm happy. If I was truthful though, I would say that my name is actually Confused, because I'm confused about life, I'm confused about people. I don't know what's going to happen next year or the year after that. You don't know if you're going to be here next year or what's gonna happen? Are you gonna pass? Are you gonna do something extraordinary in like the next minute, or are you gonna mess everything up totally? And everything is just not put to plan. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know who you're going to meet the next day, and you just don't know how to feel about anything. But maybe I will be happy, but happiness isn't always what you think it's going to be.
Are you happy? We should all be happy.